Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Gimpy, again. I'm here with the start of turn 2 of Heroes Against the Red Star in the counterattack scenario. We'll get started with that here in just a sec. Wanted to update for you guys that I'm gonna have a little more Fields of Fire coming up for you soon. I'm actually reading up on that Fields of Fire bootcamp website that I just put a video up about. Definitely check that out if you haven't. Excellent resource. It's helping me out because, like I've said in the videos that I've put up, I'm still learning that game as I go. So I would definitely check that one out. And I hope to have, what's it called? Enemy Coast Ahead, the Doolittle raids, a talk through of that game, and hopefully a playthrough afterwards coming up, and Rifles in the Ardennes coming up. So I've got a lot of stuff planned, and I'm still going to be squeezing in turns here in between all that. All right, so back to where we're at. The end of part 2 of turn 1 was not good for me. I lost a couple of tanks. They blew me apart. They shook my M1 over here. You can tell it's got the shaken marker and the button. Speaking of which, I forgot to put the button marker on there, but they do button up when they shake. So he's not doing good. We're going to have a chance to rally him. Hopefully that will happen, because otherwise I'm going to be hurt, and I only have one tank left over here tucked behind the building, one weapon team, and then this stack of infantry that I haven't decided what to do with. It's not like they have range. I was holding them back to push up north against the town, but I don't think that's going to work. So I really have no idea what I can do with them at this point, unless I throw them on the back of a tank and go charging across the field, but I don't think that's going to work. They might go down in a blaze of glory. Down over here, you see my armored fighting vehicles with... oh, I forgot to pull the little moved markers off these guys. Let's take that off. Over there. All right. My armored fighting vehicles, which were going to flank north and push towards the town. I've decided to change that strategy because I just don't think I'm going to take this town. They're too dug in. They have too many armored fighting vehicles, too many tanks, you know, the whole nine. I'm going to get blown apart just trying to get there. I will get op-fired to death getting there. I don't have enough tanks to clear them out. So I went back and I read the scenario again, and this hill over here is actually a victory point as well, not just the town, not just the buildings. Now the buildings are more points, but I can get some points here. So at least it might come out to a draw instead of a wholehearted loss. And what I'm thinking is the only thing that has a line of sight on me right now, the only thing that has a line of sight on me right now is that ZSU 23 tucked up there. You can trace its line of sight right down through here. So I could send one forward, let it run the gauntlet. It's at that range, I checked it, it'll be a 50-50 shot pretty much on whether or not he hits, and hopefully he doesn't, so I can push him up. But the other two, I can save my leaders for last, can push up, let me pan the camera down a little bit so you can see where I'm pointing here, get behind these tree lines with the fighting vehicles and then load the infantry into the trees themselves. That way I've got cover here, I've got control of it. They'd have to come up to tear me out, which more than likely they won't. At that point, I can have possibly my infantry leaders order in smoke here and maybe send the fighting vehicles back down to try to do something. We'll have to see what happens at that point. I might get blown all to hell, but at least I could get some way of getting some points. I just don't see any way of me pushing north here and doing anything. That's just, it's not going to happen. So I have to play that one by ear and see how it goes. If it gets down to the last bit of my infantry tucked in the tree line and everything else is gone, I might just have them make a suicidal charge and see how far they get. Okay, so, and I haven't forgotten that I do have the A10, but I'm trying to hold that in reserve because that and the artillery fire that I've got is like my last ditch. I want to try to have some smoke and some artillery in case I need to drive them back, fire a little danger close. We'll see what happens. We're going to go ahead and roll for our initiative. I'm trying to find a good place to put this dice tray so it's not in the way and you guys can see it. Let's see. Let's try up here for now and see how it does. Alright, red for rushes. And what do you know, 6-6. We're going to roll out again, see who has initiative. Whew, that was close, 4 and a 5. Alright, so I've got initiative. That's good, I wanted the first turn. Besides, they only have one guy to rally. And he can't rally anyway, it's their crew, so no big deal there. Let's try my weapon team here first. Their morale is a 6, so see if we can get these guys rallied up. Weapon team, do remember that weapon teams and vehicles can self-rally. They do not need a leader in the same hex as them to rally. So, 8, no rally. Alright, so they stay shaken. Alright, that's alright. I'd rather have my tank rally anyway. The M1 is a 7 morale. Alright, come on. I really need this rally. Ooh, 6. There we go. Okay. Let me see if you guys can see it. Yeah, it looks like you can see it from there. We'll try it. If not, you guys, I'm sure, will point it out into the comments to me that you couldn't see it. So, and besides, I'll be talking you through it anyway. That's me. They can't rally that unit. Let me make sure nothing else. Okay, so what do we want to do first? Okay, the way I was thinking about it is I don't want to move this tank because, like I said, nothing they have has line of sight on this tank right now. Nothing. Okay, even this one is blocked by this building. He's going to have to come south a couple of hexes to get a line of sight on me. And if he does, I can take and op fire onto him. So that's good. I want to keep him there. And now I don't know what to do with this guy because I'm sitting here looking at him and, you know, I can unbutton and take a shot. But if I do, then he's spotted and he's going to be messed up again. But if I move, then I'm just going to get op fired. See, that's my problem. I can't move for fear of getting the op fire because this one has op fire and this one has op fire on me. Both of them do. And this tank is in terrain, degrading terrain, so he is not spotted. It's only this tank. And that's their best one up there with the leader that allows them to fire twice. The weapon team here can op fire on me like we saw the previous turn. While he can't penetrate the front armor, he can shake the tank. I don't know what to do. I can't move, and all I'd be doing if I didn't do something with him is giving them the opportunity to spot, and they only need one to spot to start taking shots at him. So I guess I just start trying to weed their tanks down a little bit, at least get one off the board and hope that he lives. He's got high front armor. All right, let's just do it. Let's go balls to the wall and see what happens. Unfortunately, I can't take the shot at either of these, and they have 3 more tanks. This is what I'm saying. I don't think I'm going to win this one, but we're going to go down fighting because it's what we do. I can't shoot up here because they're not spotted yet. This tank is still in the open, so we're going to try to blast him, but he is hull down, so I can only fire at his turret armor, and it's from the front. But I'm good like that. So, as you can see, again, it's the farthest left column. It's under range 20, 11 or better to hit them. So basically I just can't roll a 12. Oh, I'm opening up the tank, by the way, as well, so I'll take that counter off. We'll check our modifiers real quick, just to make sure. Grab my little charts over here. Where's that? Yeah, I'm getting a -1 there. No leader. Yeah, still firing in the covered arc. So yeah, still comes out to just can't roll boxcars to hit him, but I'm still rolling against that high-ass armor, so we'll see what happens. Okay, we got the hit. Outstanding. 5 is what was rolled. And like I said, I could roll anything besides a 12. If you guys can see that, it was a 1 and a 4 that was rolled. I forgot that I had my hand in the way. I've been playing a lot by myself the past couple of days, you know, without recording, just to try to get myself, you know, back into it. And forgot that I got the camera pointing over here. Okay, so hit. And since he is hull down, I don't even have to worry about it. I know that the hit's going to be against his, well, actually, negates, never mind. This is negates hull hits. It not makes it to where it's only turret that could be hit. So I rolled a 5. If a 5 would have been the hull, that means I just wasted my shot and messed that up. Let me take a peek here. Oh no! A hit from an even dice roll that is greater than 2 hits the tank's turret. I rolled odd, not even, which means I hit the hull, which means that is nothing. That was a wasted turn, and now I am spotted and done for. Yeah, you guys just saw the end of me, because there's no way, not with a weapon team, a tank that can fire twice or -2 modifier depending, another tank here, and then another 3 tanks up there. There's no way. There's no way. They're going to blow that tank away. I'm only going to have 1 left and a bunch of fighting vehicles full of corpses. So this isn't going to go well. Alright, let's see what we got here. Nothing, range 1, 2. Let's check counteractions. Our counteractions, remember, as always, match it to what... damn it. We're going to pause there since I knocked the counters down. Maybe I'll edit that out. Maybe I won't, where I knocked out my own counters. We'll see. If not, you guys can just laugh at me. Alright. Nothing's off the map. There are good order weapon teams, and yes, they do have line of sight. So he's going to fire at the closest player unit in range, or change covered arc and fire. This weapon team doesn't have a covered arc, so it doesn't matter. They're going to fire, and they're going to be firing down here on my tank. Remember, they can't pen, but they can shake. So let's see what we get going on here. Hopefully these guys will run out of ammo and I can just stop having to worry about them. Okay, there. Again, that's their anti-tank guided missile, which unfortunately, if I had something that had line of sight on them, I could take an op fire at them first, but I don't, so that negates that. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so they need a 6 or under to hit. Just check our modifiers here. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Actually, they need a 5 or better to hit because there's degrading terrain there. So that adds 1. They're not pivoting. And sorry about that little ding. I thought I had my phone cut off to stop with the notifications, but evidently I didn't. Okay, so yep. Modifications come out to a +1 to their hit roll. So they're actually 5 or under is what they need to roll to hit my tank. So let's see what they get. They got a 7, so nothing to worry about there. Alright, at least that's one thing less to worry about, but I think I still have to take the morale check. I can't remember if it's just not pinning or if it misses. Take a little look here real quick. One is for vehicles. Yeah, it's just, I was thinking something different. It's been a little bit. I've been in Fields of Fire mode, so I have to get myself back into this. Yeah, he would have had to hit, and then we would have had to go to the armor penetration roll, which actually they can take and destroy that tank, but they would have to roll a 6 against my 1 on the penetration roll, and then it's considered a catastrophic hit. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. At which point he would have been messed up. So Let's take and pan down just a little bit because I think it's time for me to go ahead and make my move down below here. Let's see, I want to start with the back one because he doesn't have any leaders, so he will be the one to get hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for going up the hill. 9, 10, 11. So I got plenty of movement points to get myself all the way up here. I can get them blocked, get the infantry dropped out. The other two can come up on the following turns and drop the infantry all into these trees. The ones in the back can low crawl forward to get line of sight over a couple of turns. And I can hold this hill, and if any of their armored vehicles come forward, then I have Law's rockets to fire at them, which hopefully might slow them down, shake them, wound them, something, and artillery to call in and smoke. So I think my only chance to get any points this game is to take this hill. So that's what we're going to do here. We go 1, 2, 3. See, it's, oh, look at this. I'm knocking all my counters around. Straight down this line. Okay, he's going to take his shot here. It's the ZU up there, 23, ZSU, and his line of sight extends down to here, and he does have, as you can see, focus on there, his range goes up to 30, but he's actually in the 20 range now, so it's going to be a 9 or under to hit. And I'm moving, which is going to make it a little more difficult for him, so it might be an 8 or better. We'll have to see on it. So okay, 1, 2, 3, what is it, line here, yeah, it's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've used 5 points by the time I get to here, and he's taking a shot there, at which point, if this survives, then I'll move up here and do that. So let me check the modifiers because I haven't fired that ZU before. And see here, vehicle's open, so he's got a -1. He's at a 10 now. No turret arc. No, not that. There's no degrading terrain because that's open. Oh, wait. See, this is going through the tank. I think a tank actually does count as degrading. Yeah, vehicle counts as degrading, but it's going to be his best shot, so he's going to want to get me in the open. I get cover if I get up on top of this hill, so his shot's going to be either there or there. Yeah, kind of looking at it, if I'm drawn from the center of his hex, I can't tell if he's going to get a clean line of sight. And it's not that big a deal, but I'm going to say that this tank here is in the way. We're going to give it degrading. So that's another -1 or a +1 onto him. That negates his open bonus. And what else do we got? Not that. He's not using assault movement. But I am moving, so that's +1. So there's no terrain. So he has to actually have an 8 or better to get the hit. But he doesn't have a whole lot of penetration, but I don't have a whole lot of armor. Let's see, I've only got 1 armor. So, but his penetration isn't that much. So, see what he rolls here. 8 or under. He got it. He got a 6. So, oh, I got this pinned down so you guys can't see it. There we go. He got a 6, so he got the hit. His penetration value at that range is a 2, so not bad. His 2 against my armor value of 1. If he beats me, he destroys the vehicle outright, and then I go to bailout checks for my infantry outside of the vehicle. So I'll have to see what happens. It's only 1 squad with some weapons. Okay, red +2, white +1. Let's see, we'll take and move this right there so you guys can see it. Oh, no, it's even. It's even. The vehicle survives. Nice. Okay, but that's gonna trigger that little morale checky thing on this. Let's take a look. All right, where are we at? If the attacker, okay, if the attacker's roll is equal to target's roll, target takes a morale check. If the morale check fails, the crew abandons and takes a morale check. If passes, target is shaken. Okay, so at a minimum, my vehicle's gonna shake and if I fail the morale check, then all these guys abandon and they get shaken. So, okay, let's do it real quick. The morale of that fighting vehicle is a 6. So I need a 6 or under. And I did not get it. That is an 8. So that is not good. That means these guys all bail out, which means this is abandoned. Where's my abandoned marker? I couldn't find that thing the other day when I needed it either. What the hell is it? Alright, it's on the back of shaken marker. Nice. Alright, so this is abandoned. Flip these guys over to shaken. Oh, they take a morale check. Okay, so their morale is a 5. And they fail. So that's not good. They bail, and I grab my other group, little marker for the crew. Morale check for them, and they pass. Of course, the crew passes, but my squad fails, and they're out in the open. They do have some degrading terrain with the vehicle there, but that's not going to do them much good. So, not the, well, no, that's actually pretty bad because I lost the vehicle. The squad's shaken. They're going to have to move slowly up the hill in the line of fire on the following turn, so I don't have a lot of faith of that squad making it. And I'm not exactly going to stop one of these other fighting vehicles to try to pick them up and bring them up the rest of the way, so it's probably just going to be these two groups getting up there on the later end of this turn and trying to hold it and for the rest of the turns, and just like I said, get whatever points I can here while the Soviets probably tear up everything I got left over there. Alright, let's pan the camera back up a little bit here so you guys can see that. Alright, probably since I'm getting a little long here, like I said, I don't like to get the videos too long and bore you guys. I'll probably stop it after this Soviet turn, and then we'll pick up with part 2. So let's draw a card here and see what they're going to do. They have enter melee. They're not at 1, not 2. Okay, here it says to fire onboard or offboard artillery. I think they do have offboard artillery, but do they have line of sight to something they'd want to fire it at? Let's see what they've got. Page 30, I think it is. Yeah, they have 122 millimeter offboard artillery fire mission that they can call in. I'm just thinking of what they could do calling in. I mean, he could. Nope, they can't call it in yet because they need one of their leaders to do it, and he doesn't have line of sight because he's blocked off. Both of these guys are blocked off through the building over there. So he could call it in down here, but I'm not going to have them call in their fire mission on a shaken squad and a crew. They need to probably fire it either into the trees when I move up there or onto one of my tanks that I have left. So let's take a look further down. We got shaken enemy unit closest to a victory condition. If in a 0 terrain modifier, move towards terrain with a terrain plus modifier. This is actually what I was looking for. I wanted something to move these guys back up to get them possibly rallied, because I mean they do have a little bit of fire. Well, they got a 0 firepower and a range of 1, but It'll give them some type of infantry. It's better than nothing, you know, a crew with some handguns. So I wanted a command to move these guys up towards the leaders to get them rallied. So we'll just take and do that. And I'm not going to waste any potential op fire I have on crew. So we'll go 1, 2. They're moving up. A couple more turns. They might get up there and help hold the city, get rallied up, maybe. All right, so we're going to take and we'll pause it here, and I'll get started on the part 2 here in just a little bit. Like I said, we're going to continue our push downhill here into the hill. I've got 2 fighting vehicles left, possibly 2 tanks. I don't think they're going to last. They still have 1 tank, 2 tanks to fire onto my M1 down over here, and they still have 3 other tanks up north that have the potential to move and fire down over onto me. So yeah, it's not looking good, guys. Sorry, the Americans aren't holding their own on this one. The dice gods are letting us down. All right, you guys take care. I'll see you in the next video.